That's the case. Let me email this to you. It's the semi-final of the US Ladies Open. Saskia Bollerman to serve, Leah van der Zwalmen to receive. Best of 3 6-game sets. Level. Chase, 1 yard. And worse than 3.
Good start.
No stroke, chase 1 yard. Fifteen love server, worse than 3. $30 love. $40 love. Game server, 1 game to love. $15 love.
Bill Barker and Eric Barker here. Hoping to
Add a few thoughts while we watch.
15 all.
Still working on some of the technical details.
No, not up. Thank you. Chase a yard, 15 all.
Yeah, so we have Leah van der Zwalmen against Saskia Bollerman here. Should be a great match. I think Leah's gonna be a very consistent player.
30-15.
Moves incredibly well. Digs balls really well out of the corner, and should be some long points. Definitely favor Leah here, but we'll see.
That was a good point.
40-15, chase a yard.
As viewers may know, has got a very strong squash background, and that translates usually, and does in her case, to a good floor game. She's also got excellent footwork, and if I were, and I have, talked to her about working on her volley, which is typically the thing that squash players work on secondarily in this game, and you can bring a forcing game against her, and we'll see if Saskia is successful in trying that.
Lost it. 30-40.
Is more difficult to bring a forcing game at Westwood, given that the deaden is slightly smaller
Chase more than a
than
yard
the
worse
previous
than last gallery.
Washington court,
30-40.
and also the ball cuts very well here, so that's probably going to favor Leah again. She'll be able to dig balls out. I don't think the fact that it cuts will affect her that much. Forcing is the way to go here.
30-40,
We'll see if she
leads
can,
more than a
if
yard
Saskia
worse
can
than
pull it
last
off.
gallery. Game server, 2 games to love. Stroke.
It's a good job by Saskia working into the corners that maybe her game, when you're an underdog, on paper at least, it's something that we just saw right there, which is to go for targets as a strategy and keep the points short. I think if she gets into a lot of long rallies with Leah, you're just watching the higher odds or the more likely scenario is going to play out. The better player wins the longer rallies in those cases. So I think a forcing game is going to be to Saskia's advantage, and if she has a good day hitting targets, that's going to be necessary.
And worse than a yard. Better than 2, worse than a yard.
But just a great return
30
there.
love.
Yeah, I think that strategy generally applies whenever you're playing a player that's at least 5 points better than you. I mean, you watched Nick Howell try to bring that game against John Lumley in Philly. You watch Rob try and bring that game against Cam successfully in Queens and still very effectively at Prested. Saskia's played a really great game so far, and see if she can close it out.
Good serve, better than 2.
Would
Not a
love
lot that
worse
Leah
than a
could do
yard.
there. Worse than 1. Same situation.
Out of court. 1 fault.
See if Leah goes for a force here.
Lost it 2.
Yeah, it's
And
close.
1
It's
game
hard to
2.
beat. Worse than 1 on the floor.
Chase 5 and 6.
Of course, Leah and Saskia are doubles partners. They've made it through to the final of the doubles, which will be a great match tomorrow.
15 love.
It's a very tight,
15 all.
tough shot. Saskia hit a great backhand on the previous point. It was a slightly tighter, better shot from Leah. It was very effective.
$30-15.
Looked like Leah was going to try to blame that one on the court or the timbre. Not sure that that's going to be successful.
Second gallery. 2 chases. 30-15.
Saskia's got to serve. It's got to stay on the server side. When you're the underdog, they say you're 5 points stronger when you're serving. I'd say it's at least that much on this court.
Yeah, definitely. I think the that rule applies to most people. It certainly applies to me. I have a pretty weak return. Only a select few. No emotes. You're listening out there. Has a return that fears the best. And a great shot from Leah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, of course, why you're 5 points better on the service side. Everything that happens around the timbre, just to the side of it, in the grill, under it, it's all good stuff, as I think we're about to see again. And
40-30.
Saskia's got to get back over there. That's going to be the battle for the whole match, I think.
Vote. Out of court.
She got away with
Game
one there.
server,
I know that
3 games
Leah
to 1.
was here a day or two early, learning about the court, saying she was having trouble with her serves and just the width on the demi-pique, and she
15 love.
really had a loose one on the previous point.
All.
That was the right shot, high part of the net, but working into the backhands generally going to do you well here. Leah's got a pretty good backhand, so I think that she doesn't, in my book, have the same sort of forehand-backhand differential that the average player has. I think that her backhand is pretty strong, especially in the back corners, and she's a fair amount of strength to find the grill on occasion from that back corner. Good serve.
40-15.
Leah getting closer to winning what Freddie Bristow would classify as the all-important 5th game. But Saskia has other plans. Great chase.
Yeah, Freddie likes the alliteration. We'll do some name checking while we're doing this here. We try to lure some commentary in from the viewers. Please chime in with questions or comments. So we were talking to Leah a little
40-15,
bit
receiver,
before this
Avia.
match, and one of the upcoming events on the women's side is the Ladies Bathurst Cup, which is the UK against the rest of the world.
Game receiver, 4
Be
games
held
to
in
1.
Australia next year. Leah and Saskia part of a strong rest of the
15
world
up.
team, but I think the UK is probably still favored at the moment.
Second gallery. Stroke. 15 all.
It's a great serve
30-15.
Saskia right there. I'll ask my partner here.
40-15,
what do you
second
think?
gallery.
What do you think of this court for serving, generally speaking?
I like it. I know some people are talking about the roof being a little slippery. I've always liked the opportunity to hit high serves, which we couldn't do very easily on the previous court in Washington, so this is a big improvement in that regard to me. And I think you can hit a nice giraffe here,
Second gallery.
caterpillar and doubles, not so much a great single serve, but
Fault.
the railroad works better here than it did back on our other court. Leah's favoring that demi-pique, but she really has not found the width yet. And she was just behind the whole point from the
Game
service
receiver.
return.
2 games to 4.
Although it was an excellent get in the corner from her.
Yeah, she's fighting the demi-pique. I hit it from closer to the center of the court, and I think my experience is you get some better angles that way, but
30 love.
we'll see if she can find that width. It's going to be important. If she does get through this match, she'll have a very hard, whoever wins this match is going to have a tough match against the winner of Claire and Penny in the second semifinal, and also the doubles final is these two against Claire and Penny in the doubles final. So serves are going to be important, and I think that both Leah and Saskia finding the right serve in this match is going to serve them well for tomorrow.
Game server, 5 games to 2.
As we just saw in that game, Leah was constantly trying to pepper the timbre and did so successfully. Won 3 points, either hitting the timbre or just missing it.
Chase.
Certainly going to be a key to this match. Once again, as we previously mentioned, dominating the service end. Whoever does that is likely going to come out on top.
Shot of the match so far, I'd say.
Yeah, hitting that high backhand volley and controlling it is the hardest thing to do in the game, arguably.
15 all.
Yeah, we just saw her miss one. But 1 for 2 on those chances is not bad.
Yeah, Westwood 2.
Especially hitting it down the
There's
line,
one, sorry,
as she
one
did.
chase and it's 15 all.
Every time I try and hit my backhand volley, I'm trying to go cross court. but controlling that and not having your wrist bend and the
Better than
ball
last.
floating onto the roof, it's very impressive.
Horse and 2 chase coming up here. I expect Leah will try to beat this on the floor. Cut volley would work well here. Worse than 2, you can cut that into the backhand
15
corner.
all. Chase worse than 2.
A little tougher. Depends what the serve gives her. That's going backhand corner.
It's just too good.
15.
And
Better than last.
probably the wrong serve. Came out too far in the middle of the court. You know, easy opportunity for Leah to attack it.
40-15. Game and the first set to the receiver.
Good first set for Leah.
16-2.
We've got an embarrassment of world champions on premises right now. Rob Fay, former world champ of many, many times. Here supporting Claire, who's world champ. Leah's world champ in rackets, singles and doubles.
15 love.
Penny Lumley, former world champ. And John Lumley is on premises too. We might get him on the mic for his mother's semifinal, not sure. He's not a world champ, but he just was successfully won the final eliminator and has a chance to become world champ here at Westwood in September.
15
Hope
all.
everybody out there is planning on attending.
Yeah, already saw him in the gym today. He's working hard. He's training hard. You know, there's one thing you can count on is that John will show up motivated and in shape, and it should be a great match.
I believe he's on the driving range right now.
Chase first gallery.
One of the
15 all.
features of Westwood, for those that ever come and visit us, is there is an abundance of things to do. When the court is busy and you can't get on, there's still golf and tennis and pool, and we hope to see you all over the years here.
And 1 and 2.
Ooh, it's a little bit of luck there. But it does happen, unfortunately. Really nothing you can do ever about that shot.
I don't know. I would tell my partner, read it.
I used to tell, Rich Morisak, try harder back in the day.
If you tried harder on that one, they might have had a shot.
15 all. Chase first gallery.
Yeah, if we could get Rich on the mic here, infinitely better than either of us, I'm sure. He's one of the most entertaining guys in the world.
Yeah, some audio clips that we could go to at moments would be great. Ryan's done a tremendous amount, but there's things that you can always add. The telestrator, one of these days.
30-15, 1 and 2.
All right, Saskia with the 30-15 lead here. Getting the first game of the set would be helpful.
Lost it worse than 2.
Well left.
30 all.
Leah's out at Bordeaux. Talking to her a little bit about that. Lucky on that last
40-30.
bounce there. Good serve. Out of Bordeaux here, the membership is growing there now.
That's a terrific shot. That's a perfect volley.
1 game to love.
You know, just slid down the wall.
All right, the width on this one, Leah. Pretty good. That's a nice volley. Her volley has improved since she spent some time here. What it was 2018?
Yeah, she came to Prince's Court 2018. Was rapidly improving at the time, and still is. But no, very impressive game, but more raw in a sense. Now it's very much more complete. She had, just converted, adjusted to the game. So, ooh,
brave shot there. We've all tried it. We've all come up with second gallery instead a few times. She's playing with a lead. I think she's pretty comfortable here. She's played Saskia plenty of times and is comfortable with the matchup here, and felt like going for a hero's shot there. Ryan's replaying it, and Leah's exasperated reaction. Hoping that Leah will watch this in the future and come back and tell us what a bad job we did. She's one of the better trash talkers in the game, I find.
It's definitely true. She was definitely trashing you for your age just hour and a half ago. Could not believe that you had gone to 5 against Tony Hollins. Yeah, she's got some good one-liners, no doubt.
She's in good company there as to people who would find it hard to believe that I ever went 5 sets against Tony Hollins in a match. I imagine Tony's forgotten all about it too, and it's news to him.
Of course, it's no Booth and Happel.
Leave that one alone.
15-7.
It's a nice cut shot into the corner. That's a good point. Started out as a good cross-court backhand rally. Thought Saskia would keep that going, but broke the pattern at a certain point and finished off the point really well.
That's a great return. Definitely Westwood compared to Prince's Court. Prince's Court, you had the glass wall. Ball would tend to slide. Boast was not a good shot. Go right, a little up there. But the Boast would tend to sit in the middle of the court. Whereas here, the wall, incredibly grippy. You can really get it into that backhand corner if you find the angle. And you can actually hit effective short chases as well. That was an attempt right there.
Good control there. Leah really didn't overhit that last one, and it worked out pretty well. She has brought some forces in. Replay of Saskia defending that well, but it was a pretty good force.
Advantage, receiver, chase 4 and 5.
That's perfect.
Deuce.
Yeah, not Saskia's best return right to the forehand volley. But with that being said, Leah did, the best thing you could do with that ball.
Server. Juice. Advantage receiver.
That was a little sloppy. I think she'll be disappointed in that one.
Yeah, but it's an underrated shot, the cut volley into the backhand corner. It's always a surprising shot for servers to deal with. So, not that surprising. I mean, hitting it to the backhand in general, always a good idea.
Good racket worth by both players there. Pick up by Saskia. But it's just tough on the receiver side. She needs to get back over here. She's been over there too long. That's the shot. Oh, not the shot either of them wanted, I think.
Receiver. Fault.
Yeah, Saskia should definitely be looking for those galleries here. This ball's going to come out wide, probably. Well, that worked.
Game receiver, 1 game all.
Not, again, a little bit sloppy at the end of that game. Some racket errors you don't tend to see, uncharacteristic from Leah. But Saskia's on the board in this set, 1-all.
Out of court. 15 up.
Yeah, it seemed like Leah missed a bunch of half volleys in that last game.
Yeah, very tough shot. I think the right way to approach that is you always want to be getting your weight into the ball in general, but especially on the half volley, you need to maintain that confidence, or else, if you're on your back foot, it'll either be floated up or you'll frame it into the bottom of the net.
Chase better than second. 30 love.
Finally a chase. She's going to get back over here now. About to see the demi-pique again.
And worse than a yard. Better than second.
Not the width
Worse
that Leah
than a
wanted
yard.
there. Well, if you were coaching Saskia here, Eric, what would you recommend? It's 1-all. Back on the service side, things don't look that bad.
Yeah, pretty generic advice on my end, but service side,
30 love. Better than second
just
gallery.
pretty much any level it's where you want to be. And I think even though Saskia did close the last game on the receiver's end, as we mentioned, not Leah's best game. You want to be over here, just, literally count the targets. Winning gallery, grill. If you call the tambour a target, that's 3 targets. Receiver has 1 target. That's the dead end. The math is simple. And, ooh, she almost got it there.
Ooh, great retrieving there by Leah. A lot of good gets, but that last shot let her down.
Yeah, but I think that point exhibits what I was just talking about. I mean, Saskia went for the winning gallery twice, almost hit it. Was effective in peppering the timbre area, missing. She had Leah on the run the entire point. And Leah's quite fit, and I don't think she'll tire easily, but that is what you want to do.
30
worse than 1 there on the previous point. Leah went to try to beat it on the floor. I think if she's going to get to the next level, she's got to have a force that she can count on. Just much better odds to go for a force on a chase that short than try to beat it on the floor. Great point. If we can get a replay of the leg on the sidewall, it's very reminiscent of Ryan Carey's work in a similar spot. Volley from that position. Hopefully we've got that replay lined up.
Matt Porter also comes to mind. Not watching, but Matt Porter, very inspirational in my youth. Got to watch him at the Whitney Cup from a couple years.
She didn't quite get on the sidewall with the leg. She just sort of kicked up, it looked like. But reminiscent of many great players.
40-30, the server leads. Chase second gallery.
40-30 second gallery. This is a very winnable chase for Saskia. But underneath is not the way to do it. A beautiful shot.
Game server, 2 games to 1.
Not an easy shot. Backhand cross court to the grill.
No, I mean, what you are seeing from Leah in this match is, a lot of great floor shots. Very consistent. Not that much pace. Again, maybe she, being the favored player here, feels as if she can stick with her comfort game, which is certainly retrieving and floor. But as you did say earlier, if she, does meet Claire in a hypothetical final, you are going to need to bring some forcing. I remember playing Rob Shankman a couple weeks back, and, a few months off never helps, but, I mean, the man was dominant. He just does everything better than me on the floor, hits his targets. You need to do more. You need to bring a Noah or a Freddie-esque attacking game, and I didn't have that. He clubbed me.
Well, this is a point, possibly. Leah gets this game, which she hasn't done yet.
15-30.
But you get up 3-1, you're up a set, you're looking ahead to the final. Maybe you start working on some of the stuff that you think you need to have if you get get through the match to the final. You can
14-15, last gallery.
take the foot off a little bit on your standard game and exercise some of the muscles that you need to have to get to that next level. And in Leah's case, it's going to have to be more targets for anybody to take on Claire, which I don't think any woman has successfully done for. I know nobody's successfully done it for a long time, and I don't know exactly how long that time is, but
decade, more than a decade. It's sorry we don't have our statistics on us. We should, but the point is Leah's a 15 handicap, and that's obviously a very good, excellent level. But to get to that single digits, to move down those points, you see it with anyone. You need to start hitting those targets, and you need to be more aggressive, or else the ball will just keep going. And the person who can hit those targets and can hit them with conviction and force, they will win the points.
It's tough also being in Bordeaux, a new club. Takes years for membership to develop to a level where you're going to have several players that are better than Leah is right now.
30 love.
Doesn't happen easily. It doesn't happen without a lot of hard work. And so you simply don't get better without playing people who are better than you are.
15-30.
Right now, Leah's a couple hundred miles, I think, from anybody who's a better player. So that's quite a limit. Lucky
Last
there.
gallery, 2 chases.
Limit on how fast she can improve.
$30-15, server leads, first gallery.
Will we see a railroad here, perhaps? First gallery?
The first gallery is the first
Yes,
chase.
as Ryan has pointed out, she does like her backhand drag. Don't know if she has a railroad. I'm not going to pretend like I have a good one. Playing in Princess Court for many years, not a good railroad court. So we weren't really taught it. Now we got to learn because it's a huge advantage at Westwood.
The backhand drag was a good choice there, and she hit it pretty well.
30-40.
I don't hit it a lot, but I hit it a lot against lefties. Had a match against Guy Devereaux once where I think I hit almost nothing but backhand drags.
Yeah, I don't like that shot from Saskia in the corner. The backhand down the line to the forehand, it's not going to work against Leah. Just so many options with what to do with that ball.
No, unless you've got a little bit of an angle and you can go inside out and put a little action on it into that corner. It's a gift to your opponent to go over the high part of the net and into the forehand corner.
A predictable Bill Barker response. He loves that shot. Hits it too much, in my opinion. But yes, you are right. You are right. I think maybe instead of going for it like 60% of the time, you try and cut it down to 5-10%. But yes.
Not sure what Eric's referring to. I would say residual defensiveness about a number of boasts that he hits from the backhand corner into apparently the middle of the court is what he's looking for on his backhand post. It's an interesting choice. It's never worked out, but he's not giving up yet.
I have no defense.
Hazard 1 and 2, 40 love.
You gonna take this one, Eric? We're gonna.
Well, if Saskia doesn't have a court, only lawn tennis, very impressive player. My dad and I disagree on how much lawn tennis helps or hurts the court tennis game. I don't think it helps my game. My dad thinks that having any racket in your hand helps to a certain extent. But that's very impressive, getting out of the mid-20s, high 20s, no court. I know, being in Michigan myself, not being able to play for months at university, it's very frustrating for me. Come back, watch these guys be better. So, yeah, props to Saskia.
Yeah, it's not so much that I think that having a racket in your hand, if it's a tennis racket, helps your court tennis as knowing that it helps. But there's no substitute for playing the actual game that you're competing in. And in this sport particularly,
Ooh, very unlucky.
time not on the court is a problem.
Yeah, it goes without saying. You play the actual sport, you get better. Squash certainly helps with my fitness in Michigan, but it definitely didn't help when I came back to the amateur. Squash racket, obviously incredibly light. Then all of a sudden I was swinging a court tennis racket, different muscles, way heavier, and my body paid the price. One sleeve up, yeah, as Mr. Carey points out, yeah.
It's a poor data set that you're introducing there, since you won the U.S. Amateur doubles, lost to the number one seed in singles in a match that you were never going to win, no matter whether you'd been playing a lot of squash, tennis, court tennis or not. So I don't think you've quite hit the nail on the head yet.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Worse than 2.
My dad, kind as always, very confident in my game.
Lost it. 30-15 server.
Leah's 2 points away here.
Fault.
Probably ought to introduce something to her to fight back at us with. You got any thoughts to get in case she closes things out here?
Everyone tune into the next match. Former world champion, current world champion. Yeah.
Tell you what we're going to do if we can. And we don't want to count Saskia out here, but it is match point. If we can get John Lumley and Rob Fay in here to do some commentary, Rob's wife on the court, John's mother on the court, that's one for the ages. And I think that it's upon us to see if we can make it happen.
Another beautiful volley from Leah. Closes it out.
Well done. Through to the final. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned for the next match.